and welcome to the Untouched Quest. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Siri, and we are reading the ElfQuest comics issue by issue. So if you want to follow the story, you can read ElfQuest for free at elfquest.com. And remember to follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
Thank you to everyone who have supported us through Buy Me a Coffee so far. If you would like to support us as well, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/TUQ podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Wild Hunt number 16 and 17. We said last time that we were going to talk about 17 as well, but this episode ended up being really long, so we decided to shorten it down to just 2 issues. Scouter is ready to fight to get his sword back. The twin connection is even more powerful for elves. A mysterious man approaches the Djun. Elves and trolls are forced to cohabit, and even the trolls can hunt.
I feel now at the end of last issue,
Yeah.
they were like rushing things to explain that they were going into war. And now we're like backtracking, be like, oh, they weren't rushing into war. They were taking months because they were like tailoring the armor to the new Djun because his father was like big, strong, buff guy. And he's like tiny teenager.
Angrif is like a teenager. He doesn't have the body mass that his father did. And he's also a bit angry at this tailoring because he wants to wear like the full metal armor, and they're like,
it's too heavy for you.
You can't really wear this armor. You can wear this lighter one, easier one. But he's kind of bummed about it.
Yeah.
Because it's not that grand.
No, but it's because the other one is too heavy for him and he's too small. So like all the pieces doesn't fit his body.
Yeah.
And I like it when the tailor is like, oh, I can feel it that you like been lifting weight out. And like your muscles is growing. He's like, shut up. It's only been a month. Like muscles doesn't grow that fast.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's
like,
a lie.
Don't try to sweet talk me. Like you're not getting a higher salary or whatever, you know?
Like, no. And then it starts thinking back, but father had that healer who could change shapes. Maybe if I get myself an elf healer, they can like change my shape so I will be buffer.
Wow. Oh, wow. Now, when you said that, my mind went straight to Tildak. And I didn't think about that when I was reading. I was more like that. I was thinking like, are you sure you want the healer to heal you? You don't know how you're going to look. And now I'm like, no, don't do that because you're going to end up like Tildak. Like,
well, if Winnevill does it, of course it's going to end up like Tildak.
Yeah, but at the
because
same...
Because that's what she does. Mender would never do this. Lita will never do this.
No.
They would never try to change your shape in the first place, though.
Absolutely not. But I feel as well, Tildak is not a product of Wineville's. Mine is more because he wanted to be like a bird and look like that. He kind of...
Or he wanted to have wings like a bird and be more bird-like. And she like made him into what he is.
Yeah, maybe it's like a mix then. Like of Wineville's.
His wishes of having wings and being more bird-like. And her turning him into like a bat, kind of.
Yeah, true. He asked to be more aerodynamic. Like he wanted kind of that shape and form.
Yeah, it was already a glider, but he wanted to like fly. And more the feeling is of I'm flying.
Like the birds.
I'm moving the wind around me to move my body, not just gliding.
Yeah. No, Angrif, you don't want Wineville to do that to you. He's gonna like, imagine, he's gonna be like, make me stronger.
Buffer, more like my dad.
Nah, maybe not exactly like his dad because he didn't really like his dad.
No, but he wanted to have like the physique of his dad.
Yeah, and he wanted like people to be afraid of him when he walked into the room.
Yeah.
Venomil's gonna make him like a dinosaur or something.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
And I think that even if Lita or Mender were to choose to change someone's shape, they wouldn't say, okay, I'll give you some more toning and muscles.
No, and
there'd have to be like a deeper reason behind the shape changing than I want muscles and I don't want to train for it.
They wouldn't do it because they know like Angrif is hunting them, so making him big and stronger.
Yeah, but not like him, but like in general.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like if Pike came up to them and like make me big and strong, they'd be like, but you should be happy with the person you are.
Yeah.
You don't have a deeper reason for wanting to change your shape and become bigger and stronger. You can train for that.
Do I remember wrong, or did Tildak like say that it hurt a lot when they did it? Like it was, he could feel
painful.
he could feel his like bones stretching and all that. Yeah, I don't know how painful it will be, like changing your whole body physique. Like not only stretching the bones, but like
muscles, tissues, skin, everything. So I think that Lita and Mender would need to have like a deeper reason to change someone's shape than just I want to be big and strong.
And they like it's kind of like a fucked up thing, like, you know, when doctors are starting to experiment on humans, like during World War II, when they were like experimenting on twins, like see if we change the one, will like
what will happen.
Comparing them, like it's just like fucked up kind of thing. And Lita and Mender is not that kind of fucked up.
They're not. They're a lot more rounded kind of characters.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this why Angrif now is like so set on I need a healer?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, oh, he wants a healer because the healer can like help him in battle, you know, like instantly heal me in battle, so I like am invincible.
Because he like says things to himself like, treacherous Venevel, we're still alive. Father told us stories of how she wound her own demon's form into a woman. I'd pay what she asked to give me a warrior's flesh. A healer demon. Gifa said that there was one at the rock.
Yeah, I didn't connect those pieces.
Yeah, so he wants a healer to
modify his body,
get bigger and stronger.
Yeah. But I would pay the price she's asking. No, you won't.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
It's been a while we're talking about here.
Yeah, no. You don't want to pay that price.
No.
And you don't want to pay Lita or Mender's price either, because that means your death.
Yeah.
And that humans stop bothering elves. Like, he's not willing to pay that price either.
No. When they're ready to go out to fight.
Yeah.
I like that or I don't know if I like it, but it's like all these kids like, I want to go fight too. And I was like, but do you know what that means?
Yeah, do you know what that involves? No, obviously not. They just see these big, strong soldiers with armor
like,
on horses.
It's more like, oh, I want to look like you. I want to be like you.
I also want to be a soldier. I want to join.
Do you know that they are going to war and might not come back?
No, I don't think they understand that.
No.
They just understand that they look up to these warriors and they look so cool.
And honestly, are everyone that happy that the old Djun died? Like, it feels like a lot of these villagers that we see here are happy they're going to war with the elves or the demons. And like they're cheering on them riding out of the walls.
They don't really have much to say, because if they say anything, Angrif will have them killed.
But they don't have to act happy. Like, if that was me, I would just be like, okay, I'm just gonna stay at home.
The propaganda that the elves killed Gifa and I'm gonna go to avenge her. So they think that he's like a hero going out to avenge his little sister.
Yeah, stupid.
It is stupid, but I think that's what's going on. Like, they see it as a heroic thing because he's avenging his twin sister who was murdered.
Yeah, probably. And the father, because another thing, Angrif sold the story that there was this sword that was like poisoned,
and it was the elf
dark
sword.
Magic, that the sword acted on his own free will and killed his father.
Yeah, and also they ran away from the Citadel.
Yeah, or like the sword put like thoughts into his father's head.
Well, the sword killed Angrif, basically.
But Angrif
not Angrif, the Djun.
Yeah, but Angrif still has the sword on his wall.
Yeah.
Like next to his bed.
But the others don't know what the sword looks like, though. He just told them of the demon sword.
He showed them, I think. Like he
showed his father.
Oh, okay, yeah. But then I'm like, he has the sword next to his bed and no one is questioning.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're back at the Howling Rock. And Scouter is very anxious about them getting ready for war with the humans and when they're coming.
And at the end of last episode, I was pretty mad because the elves were going into war with the humans, and turns out they were not. They were just like picturing it in the wrong way in the end of the last issue, because turns out they don't want to go to war.
It was illustrated as if we are going to war now.
Yeah. And just like the imagery with Ember on the wolf, having her spear up in the air and just being like, I'm the troop leader.
Yeah, we are going, we're doing this, we're fighting the humans.
Mm-hmm. But no, they don't want to do that. There's a lot of tension in the pack because
there is.
They're just like, it's been a month.
Where the fuck are they?
Like, yeah, why aren't they attacking us?
Yeah.
They know where we live now. They know what we can do now.
Yeah, Scouter is so on edge.
And he gets so mad at poor Djun for playing the
flute.
Yeah. Poor thing. She's just having a break and like playing her new flute. And
yeah, like just relaxing, making some good ambiance in the area because everyone is kind of stressed. They know that humans are coming.
It's like, don't play. We don't have time for this.
Yeah.
But you don't need to like prepare 100% all the time for this kind of thing though. Like you need a break, you need to keep sane.
And like Djun says that you can't sit out and be on lookout all the time, all day, every day.
No,
because
be super stressed.
You're gonna get sick. Your body can't hold out if you keep doing that. So you need to relax and take some time to just be Scouter.
Yeah, and Djun also had a pretty good argument. She's like, oh, Djun. Yeah, she had a pretty good argument about that what is the reason for them to tire themselves out before the war? The Five Fingers even arrive.
Yeah.
Like, we need to relax and cool down, just being like a little zen.
Yeah.
Before we start to fight, if we're gonna fight.
Yeah. And Ember comes in and she's like, oh, hi, once. I heard you from the other side of the rock. Like, if I can hear it that loud, I'm sure that the humans can hear you if they're closing in as well. Like, shut up.
You're leading everything in miles away. Like, straight to us.
Yeah.
Like
you're telling everyone where we are and that we were fighting.
What are you fighting about?
And even if she came in and said that, they keep fighting. They keep yelling. And she just screams, that's enough.
Yeah. Even Mender comes around.
Yeah. Ember's like, I need everyone to work. Fix a sword, fix a spear, fix an arrow.
Yeah, you need to be a team.
Yeah. Don't
fight each other.
Yeah.
But I like how she resolves it. She's like, you're right, Scouter. We need to work. But Djun is also right because we can't tire ourselves out.
Yeah.
But you can't be mad that she wants a break.
Yeah.
And she can't be mad that he wants to work his ass off.
And Djun is like, but Ember, we're not fighting venomous monsters. We're fighting humans. And they're like shivering rabbits. They're so scared. They don't care to do anything. And Mender just comes in like, but these ones, they're soldiers.
They're trained for this.
They're not like those in Port Bane. They're not like those with the Redeemer that are just scared off their asses.
No.
These ones are trained. We've fought them before. They're scary.
Yeah. And they mentioned when they did it before, they had trolls, they had the best wolf rider warriors or elf warriors, they had go-backs gliders, high ones, they had everything.
Yeah, they did like Ryak with magic, Venka with magic, like they had
like everyone.
They used everything that they had to fight this fight.
And it was like barely enough.
These elves aren't the fighters.
No.
There's
absolutely
there's
not.
Kids, there's the like kind, calm, collected ones. It's not the fighters.
No, and like they said, like we have to train our cubs to fight because we're not strong enough. They're gonna come and outnumber us.
Yeah. So Ember's just like pushing him away. Come on, go do your shit. I'm done with you guys talking and discussing and being angry at each other, just do it.
She's really growing into her chiefess boots.
Yeah, or chief's tail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ponytail.
yeah. Mender sends to her that they're not the only ones that's napping. It's all over the Holt.
Yeah, they're all like on their tiptoes, don't know when things gonna happen, don't know how strong the humans are gonna be.
And like Ember said, and I haven't even told them the worst. We don't know how much of the store meat that Gifa poisoned. We have to throw it all out.
Yeah, and that's something I didn't think about because we saw that it was only that one carcass.
Yeah.
So it's like everything else is safe, but no one saw her 100% of the time, so they don't know how much poison she had. They don't know where she got the poison.
Yeah, though we can assume from what we saw that she only poisoned that carcass. She thought that would kill them, so why bother poisoning the rest?
Yeah, but maybe the elves thought she was. That. Maybe the elves thought she was smarter, so like, why not do all?
Yeah,
their storage meat.
They don't know that, but I'm quite sure that she only poisoned that one carcass. But of course, you don't want to take the chance.
No, at the same time, I was like, you have Mender. I can volunteer to like
take.
Okay, here we have like a steak. Like I can take the corner of this steak, like eat it. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah,
this one is fine. Safe. And this one's like, oh no, Mender, heal me. My stomach is in pain.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be afraid of that because Mender is like holding my hand, basically.
Yeah. Like, we can test it out and try and check.
And even like,
it's okay.
It wasn't like instant death and instant.
No.
Like, it took a little time.
Yeah.
So, I would test it. They have the tools for it.
Yeah. And from what we saw with Gifa, I don't think she poisoned more than that one carcass.
No, she said that she didn't have that much poison either. Yeah. So, I don't think she would have wasted her poison on meat she don't even know they're gonna eat.
Or when, like, are they gonna eat it in like 2 months?
Yeah, like is this like meat that it's meant for like 6 months ahead?
Yeah,
or
is it like the winter storage?
Yeah, or is this tomorrow's dinner?
Yeah. And she wasn't in there for the long run. She was in there to try to kill him quite fast.
Yeah. She didn't want to befriend them, even though how much she's like fighting it.
Yeah. We get to see Sust and Pool throwing spears and practicing with Teir and Pike. And it's really sweet.
Yeah. And Ember is like looking back when she was kids and she was like, yeah, we were kind of having fun with the humans, but they were not.
Ember.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's Pike.
It's Pike and Redlands.
Makes sense. But like the humans weren't really that smart back then.
No, they weren't so smart. So it was quite easy.
Like even kids can fight them, but now they're a little worried. Like, how hard would it be for my cub to fight? Like, will he even survive?
Yeah. No, it is Ember.
Yeah, I thought it was Ember since she was like next to that
it
like
just
bubble.
Looks kind of like Pike in the pictures.
Yeah. in the daydreaming picture, yeah.
It looks kind of like Pike. That's why I was like, but it's Pike. No, it's Ember.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
But the same thought. Like, it was easy for small cubs to play with humans and fight them back then.
Yeah,
not now.
Like she said that we could hold them off with tricks until the warriors came back.
Yeah, I can even imagine they just did it for fun. Like playing tricks on the humans, and it was not in danger for them.
No. But Djun and Scouter went out to go on a lookout for the humans.
Yeah, to see if they are approaching.
And in the end, they actually see the band of warrior coming. And they set up a camp.
Yeah, and there's like, oh, high ones help us because they see like the long line of warriors just like marching towards them.
Like there's a lot of them.
Yeah, like they can, like it's impossible for them to fight all of these men.
Yeah, and they put up 9 of these huge tents that they're gonna stay in overnight, and they seem really structured.
Yeah, and I feel like probably the Djun's tent is probably him like in a luxury bed type of thing, but in all the others, they're like sleeping on top of each other.
Yeah, that's what I imagine as well.
And when they are watching over the humans setting up the camp, Scouter like sees his sword.
His troll sword.
Yeah, the new Djun is having his sword.
And it's so funny looking at the Djun Angrif with the sword because it's so tiny in his hands.
Yeah, so true.
But Gifa was much bigger than the elves.
No.
So how much bigger is he than Gifa?
Yeah. Maybe he's a boy. Maybe he's like...
taller?
Yeah, and he's grown a little bit more than her.
Yeah, because I can't remember like seeing pictures of them where he was noticeably a lot taller.
Yeah.
So in his hands, the sword should be like at least, not necessarily a long sword, but like a sword.
Yeah, like
maybe he's grown a lot last month.
Almost the same size or scale like it would be in Scudder's hand. And in Scudder's hand, it is huge.
Yeah, because Gifa was approximately the same height as the elves.
Yeah, or like 10 centimeters, something taller. Like, it wasn't that much difference.
Yeah, so the sword should look relatively close in size in Angrif's hands as it did in Scouter's. Because he can't be that much taller.
Yeah, and again, he has the troll sword and no one is questioning it because the sword was the reason why the old Djun was dead.
Yeah.
But then, why do you have this sword? Like, it's gonna poison you. Now you're gonna be like, mad.
I think that all of the warriors don't believe that story, that they all know that he killed him.
The warriors, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they're that dumb that they really believe his story.
Probably. But then that, again, it's like, then you have like all these warriors against the tiny little Angrif.
Yeah.
They can outnumber him.
But that they might not want to.
But he's a poor leader.
He is. But he's not a worse leader than the last Djun.
I wouldn't have had any of them as my leader.
No, but they accepted the other Djun. Wait a minute.
Is there anyone left in the citadel?
No, the citadel is not there anymore.
It's like fallen.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, who's the master over that now?
But no one. It doesn't exist anymore. It's a ruin.
Yeah. Okay.
They fled.
Yeah. So then, when he sees the sword, you can see the anger in his face, and he's just ready to fight. He's like, I want to get my sword back.
Yeah.
This is my sword.
I need it right now. But they hurry back to the other wolf fighters and send to them to tell them they came. They're here. And they have my sword.
And by the way, there is a lot of them, but they have my sword.
Yeah. There's like shit tons, but they got my sword.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Like, let's get my sword back.
Yeah, it says it's 5/8, so that's like 40? 40 people-ish?
5 times 8, 40, yeah.
Yeah. So like 40 people.
It looked a lot more on the pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But again, we need to remember that there are not that many people in that town anymore. So
yeah,
40 is probably all the fighters that they have.
Yeah. And it looks more too when like you have all the horses and gear and stuff. True. And that's when Ember remembers like, okay, if he stole your sword, he has been here before and he can lead everyone straight to us.
You know exactly where we are.
Yeah, they don't need to sniff us out.
Yeah.
So we have to go now.
Yeah. Pack your things, wolf fighters. We leave in the palace. So Ember sends and connects to Suntop. And they're so far away. He's in Sorrow's End.
Yeah, and I'm like, how didn't we know about this power before? Like, this is like way beyond sending and mind blown in my head. Like, it's basically on the other side of the earth.
Yeah.
Or world of humans.
Yeah, but like, they're twins, which is really, really rare for elves.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen, basically.
But they should have mentioned it, like Ember or Suntop.
They've always mentioned that they have like a strong connection.
Not that they can communicate like across the world.
No, but they have said that they like have a strong connection.
Yeah, which is like normal for twins, even for humans.
Yeah, this just empowers everything in them.
Yeah, then I'm like, why haven't you talked together before? Like this could have helped you in so many situations.
Yeah.
And you're using it now just because you want the palace and
of
run
course,
away?
You think that the palace is in Sorrow's End and contacting Suntop is the easiest way to get to it. And also you have to remember that magic of Suntop's, he is a really, really strong magic user. You haven't really seen it yet.
No, but they have mentioned it.
But he's extraordinary. And I think that this connection, this power to send so far with him is a big part of how powerful he is.
Yeah, and
they have this special twin connection and he's so powerful. So that mix of his powers and their connection is what makes this sending possible.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about like when Ember was really struggling to find her chiefess place and be a good chiefess, she could have found comfort in her brother.
She could.
He is like so down to earth, calm, peaceful person.
Yeah.
He would have had some good advice.
He's like Cutter's mom.
Yeah.
Like Cutter's mom.
We haven't really seen that much of him, but I can see that he's like sitting in the middle and there's like a war going on around him and he's just like meditating in the middle.
Yeah. Like Joyleaf being able to rein Bearclaw in.
Yeah.
He's kind of that calm, collected, silent in the storm.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Ember had needed in so many situations.
Yeah.
The last.
But I also feel like she may not want to give off to her brother that she's struggling and need him.
Maybe.
That she wants to like...
But
she wants him to think that she's so strong that everything is fine.
But their bond right now, like in this sending, is like, I love you. I carry
It's so
like,
playful and so cute. Like his first response to her is like, chuckle, hello, Cloudhead.
Is that you, pest?
It's so stupid to try and hold the Holt. Like they're so cute. They're just like, oh, they're so close.
Yeah, they have a real good brother and sister connection.
Yeah. So Ember tells him that she wants the palace to come pick them up because the humans are closing in. They're in big danger.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't do this.
But it's impossible.
Because Tiamain and Skywise have run off with the palace and are somewhere
in the sky, like, or in the stars, with the stars.
The stars. They're in space somewhere, and there's no way to contact them because they're too far away for even for Suntop.
And it's like they just do that. One day the palace is here, and suddenly they're gone, and then poof, it's back like nothing happened.
Yeah, so he's willing to send it whenever it comes back, but he don't know when that is.
No, and it's probably because sometimes they're gone for days, sometimes they're gone for hours. They don't know.
Some for weeks, some for months. Like. They're just gone. They're on their own, exploring. So they start thinking, then what do we do? What do we do? Okay, we can go to Port Bane to stay with the trolls.
Yeah, they're like underground and we can hide with them.
Yeah, we can hide out with them until we can get some help or until things slows down and we can go back to Howling Rock. And it'll be easy because they have Ember and Mender and both of them have good connections to trolls.
And of course, Mender... There's some trolls or a troll that would do anything for Mender.
Yeah. And it's so sweet, the last things that they send to each other. Good hunting, Ember. I find you when the palace returns. And if you need me, I know. I've always known. I once keep you, Suntop. It's so sweet.
Yeah, and then why didn't you contact him when you were struggling?
Yeah, she could have went to him, but I think it is more of her wanting to be strong and independent and don't want to like trauma dump on him.
Like to everyone listening, even if like a little piece of help, when you need help,
Go ask for it.
Yeah, you deserve it. Even though if it's just like, should I wear a red dress or a blue dress? Ask for help when you need it.
Yeah. Ask a good friend and they will let you know what will be best.
And if they won't help you, they are not your friend.
No, they're not.
Like,
especially
honestly.
if you're struggling.
Yeah.
And she tells the others that they are leaving.
And Santap, I don't know if it was Santap or if Ember kind of realized it herself. Like, you have to think what the humans know about you.
Yeah.
And they will like act on your weaknesses or the things that they know about you. They know that you are nocturnal animals. So
yeah,
you will probably attack them at night. So you have to do the opposite that what the human thinks you would do.
Yeah. And also like in the middle of their conversation, when she finds out that the palace isn't there, she thinks to herself, what would father do?
No.
And
what would
comes
Ember
back
do?
with the best thing ever. Not father, bear claw.
Oh yeah.
When you need to befriend a human, ask father. To outsmart one, go back to your grandsire.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Don't always rely on Cutter. Cutter is good at befriending, being like...
Yeah, this is not a Cutter human situation. This is a bear claw situation.
This is a bear claw situation. How do I get away from the humans without them realizing?
Did we see that when they were attacking the Citadel too, that Cutter was kind of asking Bear Claw for advice? Like it was more like find the bear claw within me something?
Maybe.
Or was that a different situation? I feel like he said that.
Cutter like seeing bear claw.
Yeah,
but that's been a situation where he's been kind of dying.
Yeah, but I feel like there's like a situation where he's like said to himself or something like, you need to find your inner bear claw.
Yeah, but he kind of do when he needs to fight. He kind of needs to find that raw, raw piece that is a bear claw, and like overshadow that calm and collected joy leaf that wants to try to make everyone coexist.
Yeah,
and like just be a little bit more bear claw, a little bit more out of sync, kind of.
Yeah. But they decide to go in the night, like around the rock, because since they're thinking like the human thinks they will attack them at night.
Yeah.
The humans probably will go and attack at daylight before the elves has time to like attack.
Yeah. And they're also like, the humans expect us to go towards sun goes down. So we won't do that.
No, we go the other way.
Yeah.
And I love the name that they had for the shooting star. It's like a dancing star.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so much nicer.
Yeah, dancing star.
And it's like, oh, we don't see them that often. But this night, I think they said that they saw 2 of them.
Yeah.
Which is like a sign, like a good omen.
And I find it so sweet. Like Ember sends to Teir, this is the 2nd time we're taking you from your home, Wolffather. And he answers, no home. No, home is where you're happy. Look. And he just points at the wolves and like, even the wolves follow, even the little ones.
Yeah. And he takes Ember's hand and is like, and I made you, and home is where you are, kind of thing.
Yeah, he says like the wolves will follow the leader, their chief, and he will also follow his chief, which is her. And he holds her hand, and they're so sweet.
Yeah, it's just too cute.
Yeah.
Just as Ember thought, like right when the sun is rising, humans are ready to attack.
Yes. And before sun got up, Angrif was out there with like the troll sword. I'm like, oh, I'm so ready. This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna get the demons' heads.
And when he's holding up the sword, it was like, I'm looking forward to see like a demon head on this sword. Sword looks like a toothpick.
Yeah, that's my thought exactly. It's like,
it's not even like a dagger, because a dagger is like thick.
Yeah, thick and pointy.
Yeah, this is like super short, super narrow. Like, it's a toothpick.
It's a toothpick.
He does not like. Imagine like like in movies when they're all riding towards the cliff and they're like holding the swords above their head. Yeah. Imagine Angrif coming first and being like the leader
with
on
the
his
little
sword
toothpick.
with the little. Oh my god! Like, I'm not scared of you.
And again, it's so weird because the troll swords are supposed to be very, very big for the elves.
Yeah.
They were really big and really heavy. So the fact that the sword is so small and so light, it's so absurd. So the humans launch their attack. They get up to Howling Rock and it's empty.
It's like, get out. Like, don't hide anymore. He's like so cocky.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's no one here.
Yeah, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Long gone. So Angrif retreats back to his hometown. And that's when this mysterious man comes up to him.
Yeah, and he brought some mysterious items.
Yeah.
Like we can see Angrif is holding a piece of hair. It's probably Venavil's hair.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. It can also be something that the Djun saved from her when she was killed.
Yeah, but there's all these other artifacts from the elves that he's gathered, and he's like pointing on the map from the different locations, and we can see that he knows a lot about elves.
He knows a lot about them. He says that he's fought them before, that he has scars to show for it.
And I was like, I don't remember that, but it could be like Sun Villager. He's fought, like we haven't seen him previously, but
we don't know this guy, but he kind of fought like other elves that we haven't seen.
Yeah, and he tells him like the spear and the handspike came from the mother's tears. I don't know where that is, but probably like some elf somewhere. And the sword and the stag horn from across the waist deep in the northern reaches, which probably is like close to Sun Village.
But the Sun Village isn't on this continent.
Oh, true. And the silken stuff from the desert to the south. That's probably more Sun Village.
No, it's not on this continent.
Oh, true.
It's on a different continent.
True. But like he's just explaining like, yeah, like I've seen a lot
all
of
over
them.
this continent.
Yeah, I've seen a lot
or
of
this
them.
island. Because the Sun Village and the Forever Green and everything is on a different part of the world. They're on this small island that is Djun's land.
True.
Sorrow's End and everything isn't in Djun's land.
No. But this guy doesn't have to be from Djun's land either.
No, he doesn't. He could have gotten from the other land to the Djun's land. I don't remember what the other one's called, but yeah.
He feels a little cocky though. He's like, "Oh, give me 6 months and I will bring you the elves."
Yeah.
And he doesn't call them demons.
No, he calls them elves. Not good spirits, not demons, but elves. And he even says that, like the Djun says that I have a proposition for you. I wanted to bring back the healer and everyone else heads on spikes. And he's like,
and he also gave him like, take the men you need, take the gear you need. Like, I will supply you with everything.
He's like, I don't really want your men. It's easier for me to do it alone because they're clunky, they're noisy, they're
stupid.
Yeah. And he says that he's going to pay him well. But the huntsman isn't really interested in the money. He's more interested in this is interesting.
Yeah, like why do you want a healer?
To be actually able to bring him back alive.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah. I will do the challenge. But the challenge comes that he has to take some of his men and some of his gear. Yeah. I don't know. Like, they don't have tracking devices. So, like, they could go far enough away from Angrif and kill the man and he will continue on his own. But
yeah, he could do that. Angrif waves his hands and 2 men come in and try to attack the man. And he just jumps up. And when you look at how he jumps like an elf.
Yeah. Maybe he's raised by elves. But like, we haven't, like, it's only Teir that's like that kind of elf.
Yeah, that we've seen. It's only been Teir.
But yeah, he doesn't necessarily need to be raised by them. He could have studied them.
Yeah. But in the end, he accepts the Djun's offer. and he decides to go out to hunt for the elves. And this man has a hard name to pronounce.
Let's try it. Lerighen.
I've always heard this Lerighen.
Lerighen. Let's say Lerighen.
Lerighen.
Why put a stupid H like right there?
This is a really hard name. If you're pronouncing it wrong, please tell us. We don't know how to pronounce the shit.
Lerighen. Tell us.
Yeah, please tell us. Enlighten us. The elves have finally reached the grotto of the Redeemer.
Yeah, but they have to find a way in since they probably has some traps in the different entrances since the humans know where they are right now.
Yeah, because the elves know of several caves right here that they can try, but they're unsure of how safe they are.
It turns out they walk straight into a trap.
Yeah, Ember and Mender goes into the dark and falls through a floor.
Yeah, and obviously this is like daily happenings for the troll because they're like, oh god, like who is this now? Like, is it like just a child or is it a human, you know?
Yeah, but they like try to climb up on a little ledge and then it breaks and they're taken by the water and the current is taking them one way and they're like, oh, it's probably the other way. So they swim towards the other way and dump out in the troll caves.
Yeah. And is it Flem that is like,
yeah,
it's the wolf chief.
And Ember's like, Mender. And Flem is just like, oh, he'll be all right. It's fine.
Yeah. They are all finally, though, let in. Like, the rest of the trolls probably show the other elves
a better way in.
Yeah, like a proper entrance.
Yeah. And they tell Drub everything about what's going on with the humans, with them trying to get to them, that they need somewhere to hide for a while. They will give them leathers, furs and meat. Food and other things.
Mm-hmm. And Flem, when she's like, we don't need meat. We like steals their little oinky screw tails to keep to keep our stomachs full.
We have like this hole that is perfect for like stealing these screw tails. So like, okay. Oinky screw tails. And we can see like parts of their daily life in the grottos. Like everyone is kind of getting along. Like some of them are looking at how the trolls make their weapons. Some of them are trying to steal wine. Some are playing games. The kids have more kids to play with.
Yeah, there's like 2 versus the whole like troll kindergarten.
Yeah. Though there are one person that is kind of uncomfortable, and that's Teir.
And his wolf pack.
Yeah, he's not used to being in caves, not being out in the open and the free air, and I think he feels more anxious about it than his wolves do.
And he also mentioned that there's too much noise, there's too much happening, and I'm like, you're such an introvert.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't handle all these people. I want to be alone.
So the elves have tried to exit through several small caves and like come across small villages and towns of humans, and they're like, all are the same. They all hate us. They say that we're bad, that we're demons. They chase us out. Like there's nowhere that's elf friendly right now. We're not good spirits anywhere.
No,
we're just demons.
And it's a little weird. Like after when they killed the Redeemer, they should have turned some of the humans thinking, but no.
No, and now there's like it's not just one town that they go to, several towns.
I like this old lady. He's like explaining to her grandchildren or something. It's like they're small, so they can steal babies in the night, and with huge eyes, they shine in the dark. Like, where did you get that from?
they don't do that. Yes, no, Bearclaw stole a few babies.
Proportionally, they have huge eyes in their faces, but they're not huge. No. And they don't glow in the dark either.
And Bearclaw did steal a couple of babies.
But
But he just stole them, hung them upside down so the humans could find them.
That's bear claw.
Yeah.
Like, this old lady doesn't know bear claw. Like, that's 10,000s of years ago.
Yeah. Like, bear claw did stuff like that. These elves have never done that.
I feel like word to mouth. I feel like when you don't write down fairy tales,
yeah, they become kind of fantastical.
Yeah, and but they won't last that long.
No,
if no one write them down, they will slowly change or disappear.
Yeah,
so it's like she don't know bear claw. She don't know what happened back at that time.
No, and we are in a dining hall, and Ember is so bored.
No, she's fucking tired of like the root bean thingy that she's eating.
Yeah, but I think she's also really bored of like life in the troll caves. She wants more excitement, fresh air, everything.
Yeah, but it's like if I had to see one more bowl of black root,
yeah.
I need meat. I need action.
Yeah. And Mender is like, but there's no animals out now. They're dead or they're starving.
Yeah, this is the middle of winter.
There's not like anything to catch out there. And she's like, oh, we'll find something.
Yeah, and
let's just fucking go.
I felt it was like, remember that time in the desert where we didn't find anything to eat and we hunted mice? Yeah, we can do that again.
Yeah, we can find something. There's I need to go hunt.
Something.
And that's when Flem comes up and is like, I want to join too. I also want to hunt.
No, is it that Drub?
Yeah, it's Drub.
Yeah, you said Flem.
No, it's Flem.
But who's the queen?
Drub.
Oh, then I said wrong previously because I think I said Flem to Drub. Okay. Yeah, then I was wrong previously because I said Flem to Drub.
Yeah, I think this is Flem. The man is Flem.
Okay.
Drub is the queen.
Okay.
I think so. But he's like, I can also fight. I can also kill. I want to go hunt with you.
Yeah, and besides, if you can't kill something with a hammer, it's not worth the bother.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Are you sure? But Ember is like, don't be silly. Everyone knows trolls can't hunt. That's a lie. We just have more important things to do.
Yeah. But then it's like, okay, me, Mender, and you, and we're bringing Teir as well.
Yeah.
So we can go hunt.
Yeah, sure. Come along. We'll do this. But they tell Teir that you can't bring your wolves.
No, that's probably a little because they are a big pack. So
yeah,
it will like be harder to hide and stuff.
Yeah, they can go out hunting later. So they go out and it's a fucking snowstorm.
Yeah, like when Flem is walking out of the cave, he has snow to like his waist.
Yeah, he's just sinking in his snow.
And he's swearing like a sailor because he doesn't have winter clothes.
Yeah, he does. Oh, he's just stuck in the snow. Because he's a lot heavier than the elves. The elves can just run on top of the snow while he's sinking.
Yeah, I figured like he was like freezing in the snow because he's not used to being outside in the winter.
Yeah, no, but we don't see him like freezing or seeming cold in any other picture, so I don't think he's cold.
I was like, he got used to it fast.
So the elves see a stag and they're like, oh, just give us a minute. We'll just go up here in the trees. And like 2 seconds later...
No, they don't say we are just going to go up in the trees. They just go.
No, Ember comes down like, shh, we can hunt just as well up here.
Yeah, after they went up and he's like, hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
I can't climb trees like you.
And before he has time to think, they have killed the stag. And they're back down on the ground.
Are you going to help us bring this back?
Yeah, where were you? Why didn't you come along?
It's like, you're done? I didn't get to hunt.
Yeah.
I also want to hunt.
And that's when they see this big bear. And they make a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And the plan is that Mender is going to distract the bear and get it to come over towards Flem. And Flem is going to hit it with the hammer in the head.
Yeah. Good plan,
That's
right?
the plan. Teir does not agree with his plan. He thinks this is a very, very dangerous.
Because when a bear is out in the winter, he is starving. They're normally sleeping in the winter. So he knows this bear is aggressive.
Yeah. And he sends to Ember, Ember, can't I what? It's Mender's choice. He can do it.
Mender is going over to distract the bear.
Yeah.
And the bear is like, no, I don't care about you.
He's like poking with a stick and kicking it in the butt, and it doesn't care.
And the bear is sitting on Mender.
Yes, it even sits down on him. And that's when Ember realizes, Teir, what are you doing? Cut it out.
Yeah, like this is not normal bear behavior.
I'm up here. I'm not doing. What am I doing?
I know about your animal power. You are making the bear don't care.
So she tells him that you have to stop. This is not okay. You cannot disagree with this, but this is our choice. This is how we hunt. So stop telling the bear to not care about Mender.
Yeah, and the way she gets him to admit, like she's sending to him, like, are you telling the bear to leave Mender alone? Yes or no? And you can't lie with sending. So he has to send.
Yes.
He has to send the right answer. Like he can't lie. And she would have known if he wouldn't send back and he would have answered no.
Yeah.
She would have known. He's lying because he don't want to send back.
Yeah. And she even says to him that don't ever try to skulk around my orders again. Mm-hmm. You may be your fur family's chief, but not this tribe. Yeah, now you let that bear do what it will.
He's trying to protect Mender because it's like, well, I warned you.
Yeah. And as they expected, this bear is angry. That was their expectation in the first place.
And he's aggressive. Like,
yeah.
He wants food now.
Yeah. So Mender runs right past Flem and is like, curse it, you fat sweat bag. Hit the fucking air, bear. But it doesn't.
It's like, I'm not within range.
No.
Like, you're too far away. Like, I'm gonna hit it with a hammer. I'm not shooting it.
Yeah, and he just screams and throw the hammer, stupid.
It's like, no, I'm not losing my hammer. You gotta get it closer so I can smash it.
Yeah, and Mender is trapped against a tree, so he just swoops under the bear and runs the other way. And Ember and Teir is upside down in a tree, ready to grab Mender when he runs past.
Yeah, to catch him from the bear so Flem can smash in the bear's head.
Yeah, but Ember sends, come on, love mate. And I don't like that.
No, I didn't like that either, especially after like the hand-holding scene we had previously.
Yeah, and we've seen earlier that she's a lot closer with Teir than she is with Mender. So suddenly again calling him love mate when she's had this like turbulent relationship with him as of late feels kind of strange.
Yeah.
But the bear is finally dead and they start to like cut it up. And as they're doing that, Mender realizes that he's hurt. The bear managed to like scratch his ass.
So heal your ass.
So you can see several pictures of like Ember like almost lifting him up so he can stand, and his butt is completely out.
Yeah.
His whole butt cheeks is out.
It is.
But yeah, Lerighen is coming in with his hound that now smells. We don't know if it's the elves he smells or the kill.
Yeah, at first I was like, it's probably more the blood from the bear because that's like such a strong scent. And then when he starts to sniff even more, he's like, oh, there's even more here.
Yeah, I can even smell the elves.
Yeah, and that's when he like runs off and runs towards them.
Yeah, so Leringhen tells the other hunters to just stay behind. I don't want you to come any closer.
Wait on the road.
Yeah, don't want you to come any closer. And he walks over there and he's like, oh, this is the bear's blood. But this one, I don't think this is the bear. And he like puts his fingers in it, smells it, and then he like licks the blood and is like, I can taste the difference between elf and human blood. And this is definitely elf blood. And in the next moment, he looks up into the trees and catches sight of Ember.
Yeah.
And he's just standing underneath her and they're looking right at each other.
And I think it's Ember who's thinking it. He's like, no human within elfin memory. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't act like human. He has like something special about him.
Yeah, it's like we see it later. They call him the silent one.
Oh.
So he doesn't make any sounds when he walks.
Oh, yeah.
He's like silent one. He sounds like an elf. Because humans make a lot of sounds when they move around. Elves don't do that.
No. Oh, and before he came up to them, the elves were like, we need to hide now. And Flem's like, no, my bear. This is my bear. It's like, do you want to die?
Yeah.
Like,
don't care about the fucking bear, Flem.
It's like, yeah, you can protect your bear, but the humans are coming.
Yeah, they're here. They're on our ass.
Yeah, we need to hide.
Yeah.
No, my bear. This is my bear. Well, he lost his bear.
He did. So for the next episode, we're going to talk about Wild Hunt number 18 and 19.
So until next time, go recognize a troll.